Should the NBA reseed 1 through 16 for the playoffs this year?
All right, so you probably heard about this idea the NBA's got to try to finish out the season at the Wild World of Sports in Orlando. They'd have all the teams in what is in effect a bubble. And since you have that, then that means that nobody has to travel, which means that one of the arguments against reseeding the playoffs 1 through 16 instead of having conferences goes away because everybody's going to be in the same place. And I get why people think this is a wonderful idea. The problem is the NBA schedule is set up for conferences. You only play 2 games per year against the other conference. You're playing 3, 4, 5 against the ones in your own conference. These schedules aren't balanced. If you're going to use the records as the way to seed, that thing's already been thrown off by the way the schedule is. So I get why people want it, but I don't think it's a fair play.
I don't mind the idea of seeded playoffs if you care about that kind of stuff, but I don't care about that kind of stuff. I just want to see the best tournament in the world, the NBA playoffs, and that includes the one with the college kids that throw up bricks and can't play defense as well. There's no need to change anything if it's already working. Ancient African proverb, ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you guys. It's not something I want to do, but I feel like it's fair to present the other side of the argument, which is you want to get better teams and better stars, and it makes for a better product. If you're talking about having a great playoffs, you want the players that you know. And while we are in sports and maybe we know people that are deeper on the rosters, I still don't want to see them play. Any playoffs that has less stars out there is a worse playoffs. I like the idea of having the conferences because it makes the 82-game regular season feel a little bit more relevant. If you throw out the seeding altogether, then I feel like it makes the games that are already somewhat irrelevant even more irrelevant. So even if it's just for this bubble situation, I can understand them kind of trying it out now, but I hope they don't go forward doing that.
Well, it also is interesting that in this year that people are talking about it, if you started the season right now, you might have, for example, the Lakers and the Nets in the first round, which might get you LeBron and Kevin Durant. There's some intriguing matchups this year that I think that'll get people to push the idea farther and farther just because they like it. But one thing we got to keep in mind is we might be back in this bubble again next year. Like nobody knows how long this is going to be. So be careful doing something that establishes a precedent down the line that you're not prepared to live up to.
You want to change something? Change up the overall setup. 1 game, 3 games, 5 games, 7 games in the NBA Finals. You really want to get something moving.
You want 1 game first round series. That's what you want. 1 game in the first round.
Best ticket in America. Only Domonique Foxworth could afford to be able to be on the wood for that.
You're setting fire to everybody's money doing that nonsense.
Welcome to my life.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.